What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, look, check this out. We are probably about 15 hours away from the big Iraq conference. So I will be probably taking cat naps throughout the day, so this way I can be awake for the entire event. One thing that I want to put out there and get some input from you guys is this. So I'm going to be recording the conference. So let me know if you guys just want then me to record the entire conference and then you guys could just check it out for yourself, or did you want me to watch it and then kind of go through and edit the good stuff out of there, or just do a summary of the conference? Leave a comment and let me know what you prefer. It's going to be fun to try to figure out how you guys want to get this information relayed to you. Again, this is on what's going on in Iraq as far as the economy is concerned, investment opportunities, the whole nine yards. We are hoping for some good Easter eggs, or at least some good facts to come out and tell us that indeed the rate change is going to happen pronto, amigo. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But let me know, should I just record the conference and then post it in on the channel so you guys can watch the whole thing? And it's going to be kind of long. If you got the time, you might want to do that. All right, let me know either way. Okay, so let's kind of get into just a quick reminder of Pimpy's investment chat. In here we talk about the Iraqi dinar, Vietnam dong, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, you name it. I will leave a link in the description so you could come and join us. We also have the hidden things in front of your eyes, which is talks mostly about current events, as well as those things you might consider as a conspiracy. Okay, so let's kind of get into Iraqi news. Should be a good day tomorrow. I'm interested in this first round of what they're going to have on this event tonight. It's about midnight again in California time it starts, but it's going to be interesting to see what they talk about. There's a lot of good information that's supposed to be coming out of there. See, for me, I'm not just interested in the Vietnam dong and the Iraqi dinar. They're good investments, but I'm also looking at both those locations as a long-term investment opportunity. So for me, this is going to be great to go check it out. So again, you guys leave a comment on how you think we should go about posting the information. Should I just record the whole thing and then post it on there for you guys, or just do a summary of it? Okay. A source reveals details of Barzani's visit to Baghdad and the nature of his request to Al-Qademi. Okay, so this is, again, it's a long article on here, and it's the same thing. This is just a continuation of the same talks, but now you have the big dogs that are involved. Barzani, as well as Al-Qademi, have been talking with one another, and they're trying to get some things that there's some issues that they've had between these two groups of people for some time, and they want to get them ironed out. So, forget this first part up here. Barzani visit and the meeting that he had with the Iraq officials were a prelude to another visit by a delegation from the regional government at a later time. So I'm just going to sum up this part here, because here's what he wants to know. Barzani held with officials in Baghdad. What he wanted to talk about was just the oil files, of course, the financial dues, which is the money they get for shipping their oil, and the dialogue with the United States and the war against ISIS. So Barzani and Al-Qademi are talking. Barzani saying, look, man, we need some help money-wise dealing with our own financial crisis. You guys got to make sure to pay your dues. There are some outstanding issues, which it says right here, look at Barzani pledged to Al-Qademi to end all outstanding problems and meet the conditions of Baghdad for the delivery of oil and other revenues. You see that? So Barzani is like, look, let's just get this going. And this is good for us because we know our girl over there, Blashart, at the United Nations, is really keen on these people getting their stuff ironed out. And it seems to be just about there. She is one of the people that's going to help pull the trigger on this rate change, or I should say more like helping making sure that the sovereignty of Iraq is restored and then they are recognized once again, and then their currency is out on the open market, and they could do some trade deals. We know that Trump has been talking about a really great trade deal. He said once Al-Khadimi got into office, and they're closely working on that. Of course, we got to pay. We got to be careful because when Vice President or Biden was Vice President, well, besides the fact that he got hundreds of millions in bribes from Burisma, he also got $1.5 billion from China. But what people don't talk about is Biden's brother got $1.5 billion from Iraq for a housing deal. Go Google it. So, what we don't want to see is, these people trying to get back on their own feet and stand again as a nation. And the last thing they need is a bunch of deep state people going over there and tearing down everything they have been building on, especially since Biden works with Kerry, and Kerry is a huge supporter of Iran. And they would quickly give Iran back their nuclear deal. And that would just crush any and all hard work done over the last few years for these nations to start getting their stuff back together. Syria, Lebanon, Iraq. These people have been slowly but surely taken over by Iran with the help of some deep state members. This would just be a huge setback if the deep state people got back into office. And I'm talking about Biden as well as all the other Obama cronies. All right. So anyways, it's real simple. And here, this whole huge article goes back and forth about the things they've been talking about. The oil, financial crisis, security, what they need to do for all the outstanding issues. Barzani's like, look, let's just do this. He's saying, I'm willing to settle all outstanding issues. Let's get an agreement going. Let's get Blasthart with a smile on her face. But more importantly, he is pleading to Al-Khadimi when they're doing their talks with the United States that he seeks their help in this. So the Prime Minister Al-Khadimi stressed, according to the statement, the importance of national cooperation and solidarity in order to overcome the current challenges, especially the economic crisis caused by the decline of the global oil prices, which was caused by the Rona. All right, we are seeing oil prices go back up, make no doubt about it. Again, and as we're coming out of quarantine, more and more people are starting to travel. This is the same thing what I was talking about with the Vietnam Dong. More and more people are starting to move around. That helps their economy as well. So again, as far as short-term investments, being involved with their currencies is a great investment. I'm looking forward to the rate changes. But in addition to that, I'm looking at both Iraq and Vietnam as long-term investments as well. So this is what's going on. Look, I think we're this dang close. Can you see it with my fingers? That close. All right, it's about that dang close to these people getting their things ironed out. I think it's going to be done really quick. Okay, and I think there's another reason why. I'll show you another reason why I think it's going to happen. So here's the Ministry of Finance. There's no budget for 2020. Look, we know that. And they're going to change their approach for 2021. So we know right now, I've read a lot of articles dealing with the agriculture over there in Iraq, and they're looking at growing in some new areas over there in Iraq to grow a lot of their agriculture. Unfortunately, they have to do something with ISIS, who keeps coming in there and burning down their crops. They need to do something about those people and do something about them quickly. Or at least, like I said, in my opinion, find a way to secure the fields. Guard them, secure them. Do whatever you need to do to just make sure that nobody messes with your agriculture. That's a really good business. Tourism's a really good business for Iraq, but they can't rely just on oil. And so there's a new approach. So I seen that Al-Khadimi had put, what he wants to do is he has what they call a lot of special projects in the area of agriculture. So this is good. Anyways, that just goes over what they need to do. It talks about making sure the salaries get paid and everything else. Everybody that's out there, fathers, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. I know today is that big special day. So happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And this is just a continuation of the talks up there. And here's the big one. Look at this. Next July, a new round of talks between Iraq and America. So coming up here in a couple weeks, it looks like they're going to continue the talks that they started. The Finance Ministry, or the Foreign Affairs Ministry, announced on Sunday a new round of talks between Iraq and America this next July. Facing the economical crisis is a priority on the agenda of the Iraq people. So the July is a pretty big month. Here's my concern with Trump dealing with re-election and all the other crap that's going on in our nation. I'm hoping that he's able to do what he needs to do, stay focused. Well, actually, Pompeo's running point on this. So, because here's the issue, or not the issue, here's our goal. Look at right here. So, he pointed out other areas of cooperation, the determinants of which are the Iraq's interests, whether at the political level, security level, economic, scientific, technical, or other areas of joint cooperation, calling on all countries of the world to stand on our side in facing challenges with preserving their sovereignty and not interfering in our international affairs. I think that's exactly what Trump wants. That's why he's pulling troops out. He wants them to stand on their own 2 feet. Here's my biggest concern again. We get Biden in there and Kerry gets in there again. Kerry loves Iran. He works with Iran, and he is the one that ran point on that Iran nuclear deal. If Biden gets in there, you can make no doubt about it that it's going to be backwards for Iraq. It's going to start all over again. Iran is going to start sticking out all its different arms, trying to reach out to all these countries and take them over, and that includes Iraq. So that would be a huge backwards step for us. So let's pay attention to what's going on in the election, because that is important. Anyways, like I said before, Iraq is just trying to get their, I know people are in there going, oh, they do have their sovereignty. No. Their currency is restricted right now. In order for you to be a sovereign nation and have your sovereignty identified, you have to have your own recognizable currency. Sure, they have the Iraqi dinar, but it is currently restricted, okay? So what we're looking for is the UN to give their thumbs up, the United States to give their thumbs up, and then the World Bank and IMF to work with Iraq. Once their sovereignty is recognized, that's when we will see a rate change. That is the thing that's holding up everything, in my opinion. It has been and always will be their sovereignty. That without having a recognizable international currency, nothing could be done with the rate change, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that the rate change won't happen, but that's just my opinion. That, let me reword this. It is my opinion that without them having their sovereignty and the restriction removed off their currency, we won't see a rate change. So this is why I'm happy about all these talks, both between Kurdistan and Iraq, to get their differences ironed out and for them, the guys, to work together along with the other Arab nations, including Kuwait, including Saudi Arabia, including Iran. Believe it or not, if Iran could just, they seem to be doing all the right things. Iran is. I think somebody told them, look, just behave yourself. Once we get Biden in there, then it's business as usual. I'm having a feeling that's why. But also I heard they're still dealing, and what's not getting out is all the protests that are happening over there in Iran. Plus a huge portion of the mullahs, my understanding, died from the coronavirus. I've not heard no news from it, but that's definitely the rumors. Okay, you guys, so that's what we're watching for. Again, tonight I have the big meeting. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Should I record the whole thing and play it back so you guys can sit there and watch the whole conference? Or do you just want me to go ahead and get the good stuff out and play it for you and then, summarize it for you? Let me know in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Please do so. Subscribe. It surely does help out the channel. 51% of you that view my channel, you guys are not subscribers, but I surely would appreciate it. All right. All right, you guys have a good one.